So let us start by giving a introduction of our team. So me and Sumit Soni has done the front end of the goStop application with Flutter. Sai Kiran has handled the backend with Java Spring Boot, and the same project is done in React Native by Pawan Kumar Seth and Sri Lakshmi Manwad. So what is goStop and what goStop does? So goStop basically is a hotel booking application that allow user to book experiences and hotels at all across the country at various locations. So some of the major key features of our app includes exploring and booking wonderful stays across multiple travel locations, ordering of the meal in the stay in which user is staying. User can do multiple bookings at multiple location and at multiple times, and according to the stay in which he is living, he can also order a meal from the hotel menu that is available to him. And for booking and experiences in the sense like track trips and other activities at the locations, user can select the available time slots for his or his friends and do the experience booking. If user is having any issue, he can raise a issue ticket, attach images about the issue, and also can directly contact with the admin for through the available communication channel. So now Sumit Soni will tell us about the various technologies, tools, and the packages that we have used during the development of goStops. Sumit Soni, please.
Yeah, thank you, Sahil. So as I mentioned, I am from Flutter team. So in Flutter, we are using various packages to make this app. So packages like for storing essential data in local storage, we are using basically two packages. So first one is Flutter Secure Storage. So we are using this storage to store a JWT token, which is used to authenticate the year. It makes user don't need to log in every time. So second one is the Hive database. As the user has a feature to order a meal page in which user can easily order meals according to food timings in different locations. So for storing the meals of user, we are using a Hive database. So that's all about Hive database. So in React Native, we are using async storage for storing a JWT token for authorization. So in state median part, so we are using provider, which is third-party package for Flutter. So in React Native, they are using open source JavaScript library, which is named as Redux. So come to the Google sign-in part. So in Flutter, we are using Google sign-in package. By this, user can easily log in with Google by just checking login IDs in user device. By this, we get a user data and then we pass the data to backend API to get a JWT token to authorize that user. So in React Native, we are using Firebase for this feature. So comes to the backend part. In backend, we are using Spring Boot Java along with Postgres database. So third one is we are see our user have feature to raise any issue regarding hotel stay by generating a ticket or chat feature. So chat feature is implemented by WebSocket API. So in our API, we are calling a WebSocket API to connect when the user first time visit our home screen. By this, our app get sufficient time to make a connection and user get better experience in chat feature. So and third one is a Firebase. So we are using Firebase to show a notification which we are getting from a backend side. So just we are using local notification from Firebase by enabling a cloud messaging. So that's all about text. And so come to the Python architecture. So we are showing a home screen firstly to the user. So in home screen, if a user is logged in already, so user can get to all the experiences by browse through all the destinations, either by search or just click on particular destination to get the hotels or experiences as well. So in case of hotel, user need to give a check-in and check-out time and number of guest details. So for booking that hostel particular. So in case of experiences, we are giving a time slots to a user. User just need to select that time slot for the experience booking. So second one is a staycation screen. So in staycation screen, user have four options. The order meal page, in which user can easily order a meal according to that time or location. So just add to the cart and place order. So second one is the booking your experiences. So in case of user can easily book a experience according to that particular location. So third one is a hotel chat room, in which user can easily chat with the admin. Fourth one is a room key, in which user have a feature in smartphone to lock and unlock that door. That's good. So its third screen is the account screen. So in account screen, we have three options. The profile screen, in which user get all details of user and update their profile picture. So second one is the booking history, in which user can easily get all the booking their hotels and their places along with their rating and issue or the booking details. So all comes in our booking and all this part. So third one is the spot repair, in which user can easily create an issue if if a user face any issue regarding a hotel stay. Yeah, that's all about contract.
So coming to the backend part, now Sai will tell how things work on the backend side.
Thank you, Sahil. For our app, we followed the microservice architecture with a total of 7 microservices, each having their own functionalities. And for their internal communication, we used REST template and Resilience 4J for fault tolerance. If any of the service is at fault or is down, then an appropriate fallback method is called, and that was done by the Resilience 4J that we have implemented. And the right diagram is about the architecture for a particular service, in which the control first goes through the JWT request filter, and from there we will validate our JWT token. If it's valid, we will update the security context holder. By updating the security context holder, Spring Boot will know that the user is authenticated, and from there the request goes to the dispatcher servlet, and that servlet is responsible for delegating the incoming web request to appropriate controller method. And from the controller layer, we will go to the service layer, and that layer holds all the business logic related to our app. And from there, we will go to the DAO layer, and that DAO layer is connected to database, and all the database operations are done at that layer only. And this style of architecture is called as entire architecture, and that's all about the backend architecture. And for our chatting system in our application, I set up a Storm server in the backend, and Storm is a simple and lightweight messaging protocol over a top-on reliable stream transport such as TCP and WebSockets. And Storm provides a frame-based output format messaging between a client and server with a well-defined structure for sending and receiving messages, including headers and payloads and destination addresses as well. And it is language agnostic, meaning both server and clients can be implemented on different programming languages. Take goStops for example. Client was implemented in both Dart and TypeScript, and backend was implemented in Java. And for our notification system, we use Firebase Cloud Messaging. It is a cross-platform messaging solution to send messages, push notifications. That's all, Sahil.
So now coming to the learnings that we have gathered through this project, as this was our first project in our respective tech stacks, so everything that we have done was new to us. Some of the major outcomes was navigation, state management and sharing of the state efficiently, WebSockets for the chat rooms, Firebase, and sending push notification through Spring Boot. So as we have done this project in both React Native and Flutter, now Pawan will tell us the quick pro and cons that we have seen using both frameworks.
Thanks, Sahil. As Sahil told, we have done this project using both the frameworks, Flutter and React Native, and we have outcome this some conclusion that which one are good for what and which one are bad. So first, development cycle. React Native have hard loading features which make development faster, and it has many UX options. Since it is based on JavaScript, if you come from web background, it's easy to learn. But in Flutter, there is no bridging between native components which provide excellent performance. But even though you are from web development, learning Flutter like learning a new language. And the second is navigation. Like in our app, we had to create one stack for maintaining authorization skins and other stack for main skin. And inside main skin, there were multiple nested skins. So for handling those skins, we had to create nested stack. So we can say in React Native, navigation can be tricky when we deal with nested screen. But in case of Flutter, navigation is easy. You don't need to create multiple stack. And third is state management. In our app, for state management, we use Redux Toolkit with Sasa. In Toolkit, we had to create slice file and multiple file for handling every API. But in case of Flutter, we use provider. In provider, we had to make class which is globally accessible for every class there is many variables to store data in that particular class. So we can say that in React Native for handling state management, boilerplate code is too much as compared to Flutter. And the last is testing. In React Native for unit testing, we had used GeeKStop, which is external library, but in case of Flutter, they provide these test routines without any external dependency. So that's it.
So coming to the challenges that we have faced, now Sai Kiran will tell us some few challenges that he has faced.
Thank you, Sahil. And one of the challenge I faced was at scheduling a job. First, I scheduled a job with Spring Boot scheduler with a cron expression to run it every day on a particular time. For the first time, it worked exactly as I configured, and from then onwards, it didn't invoke at the time I configured. So after doing a lot of research and try to fix all the possible issues, even after that, the behavior was still continued. So I went with a third-party library called goScheduler, and after configuring it, it worked perfectly fine. And my second challenge is Storm client package of React Native aren't able to connect to the Storm server, where the connecting endpoints was protected by the Spring security. And Flutter's packages was able to connect it perfectly fine, but Native's packages are able to connect only if the endpoint is public. So I created a new endpoint for Native and made it public, and to ensure security, I intercept the handshake and validate the token. If the token is invalid, then they cannot connect to the server. And that was the solution I followed to tackle the challenge. Over to Sahil.
So coming to the Flutter, there were some minor issues that we have faced with third-party packages. One with was search field package. There was a suggestion box stuck problem in Flutter that we have solved with the playing with the focus, and there was some minor issue with Google sign-in package also. So as WebSocket was totally new to us, so integrating at first time was little challenging for us. Talking about the future of our app, we can also scale the application to support even more destinations, also involve the third-party food delivery applications, integrate multiple payment options, and also upgrade the better chat support for multimedia files. Now let me go through the quick demo of our app. So user can log in either via email and password or via Google sign-in. If user doesn't exist, user can register to the goStops with email ID. After successfully registering, user is navigated to the home page, and in the home page, user can explore the various locations and select the hotel and explore the rooms. And after selecting the room, he can add the various booking details and successfully book the hotel for himself or other friends and family. So after booking, user can pay the amount at hostel check-in. After user is checked into the hotel, user can get access to the My Stay screen, where user can order meal and also book experiences at that particular locations. So user can order meal according to the menu provided by the hotel, and also check the progress of the order through going through the his recent history. User can also update his profile, changing his profile picture and other details also. And if user have any issue and query, he can easily raise an issue ticket by explaining his issue. And after generating the ticket, user can attach images of the issue and can also add or edit the issue. And the admin can see what he can do and can update the issue request. These are some other UI pages. And if a user directly want to contact with the admin, there is a hotel chat room also available. And for locking and locking a key, there was a room key also available. So for the experiences, the user can also similarly search for the location and select the time slot and book the desired experiences. So that's it from our side. If you have any question, any query or any suggestion, this is time for you guys.